Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Bring the Heat. This is episode number 9. It will be the final episode for this year as well, which, we've had a very good season. We've had a lot of fun between the three of us. Tony is at his actual home now. He's not with his roommates due to the Christmas holidays.
My hometown.
Huzzy's still on the couch, and I'm at home because I don't know why I'm home. I think we're doing this on a Wednesday instead of the normal Sunday. That's probably why, but... We are back today with the final episode, and it's kind of like a Christmas special, but not really. We haven't I don't know. We could probably edit in something.
I'll edit trees around. There'll be a tree right here.
There's trees, and then there's just random Christmas lights on the sides. And
I can sing a piping rendition of Michael Bublé if you need.
I don't think the people on Spotify would appreciate that because it'd be a struggle to skip. But anyway, fellas, we have had a lot of stuff on the horizon over the last
2 weeks.
2 weeks, of course, because there hasn't really been much happening in the good old realm of esports over the last 2 weeks, other than a couple bits and pieces. So, I mean, we're going to start off with something very, I'd say minimal. It hasn't kicked off as what we typically expected because of some known issues which had occurred. But the first thing is TikTok. They've actually, quote unquote, launched a streaming platform, basically. So they're trying to compete alongside, Twitch and Facebook and
which
YouTube
it's a great idea.
Blah, blah, blah.
Why not?
Yeah, I think they're a little bit late.
Yeah,
honestly.
Listen, for an entity like TikTok though, you got to remember, right? These guys are catering to a very young generation, so they could easily build them up on that platform.
Yeah, but they've done something a little bit naughty, haven't they, Joe? Still, just a little bit naughty.
Well, I don't know. Would you consider what they did naughty, or what Streamlabs did?
I mean, Streamlabs just did it just because fuck you. TikTok just did it.
There's naughty, and then there's kick to the curb.
Yeah, TikTok launched a new platform, but on the back end, it was pretty much a copy and paste of OBS, almost exact.
Oh no!
We go again. We go again.
Well,
but great on OBS going. They didn't go, oh, why the fuck, we just went through this shit with fucking Streamlabs. They went, hey guys, that's cool and all. Just pay for the license. That's it. Just pay for the license and go nuts. We want our platform out there. Go for it.
Dude. Just ask. Just ask.
Well, TikTok. It's going to happen. Come on. It's pocket money.
So TikTok released it saying, new streaming platform, going to be bigger than ever, blah, blah, blah. And then they just took it all away. As soon as someone found out that it was the OBS copy and paste.
And lasted as long as what was that other streaming platform that tried to go against Twitch? I forgot what it was called. Almost
Mixer.
as long as.
I mean, Mixer died out because it decided to pay for 4 very big streamers, and then completely fuck over their entire other partner base by reducing all their payments by 50%.
Yeah.
And that's where Facebook gaming
and then
was
Facebook gaming
from the dust, like a phoenix.
Which is almost a copy and paste of Mixer.
Yeah, pretty well. I mean, at least on the topic of TikTok though, as a platform, you'll know it produces some of the single best quality videos you can ever ask for, and then there's the opposite end of the spectrum where you're sitting there wondering, why have I opened this app and should I be deleting this? But the platform itself, at least looking at, I guess, how it looked like it was a pretty clean.
It looked very user friendly. It was
very user friendly. I think the only issue I personally had was, again, it looked very similar to. Right. Yeah. At least it wasn't even how Twitch works, where it's its own, browser streaming platform per se. I think it was more so its own launcher for streaming to TikTok, which. I don't have a problem with if they, obviously if they buy the licensing, that's cool. But just from looking at how they released it initially, it looked more like it was actually an OBS or a Streamlabs more so than an actual, streaming platform per se. I think it was the TikTok Live Studio.
Yeah. So it's basically OBS, but TikTok's version of OBS, but only works on TikTok. So I think it is gonna be it is a brand new app that you have to download and then link it to your TikTok so people can go watch it on while you're live.
It looks like it's got console, like it's already built in for console streaming, which is pretty sick.
There was somewhere I read that they're pretty much gonna make it so it is to rival Twitch. That was their goal. So they want to compete with Twitch. They want to knock Amazon off off the top pedestal, in the money grab. Now the one big issue that I had with the TikTok platform, because I did some reading back, because everyone streams and everyone at the end of the day would like to make money. Like, that's the end of the day. Like, you stream because you enjoy it and you want to go full time, so it would be a job, so you want to earn some money. They take a lot of money. So the way to make money on TikTok, which a lot of research that they looked into it, if you're going to make a dollar at all, you have to have over 6-figure followers. Have to.
Yeah.
Because
the other thing as well, there's a prerequisite. I think you need 1,000 or 10,000 followers or something like that. Apparently, as well. I think
it was 1,000.
Even have access to downloading. Yeah. Which I can understand, but then again, you've got to consider the fact that maybe individuals who, I guess, want to start doing it to that platform, but their fan base isn't as big. At least when it comes to
I think the TikTok, 1,000 was only to monetize. So like YouTube, so you can stream live to YouTube, but you can't monetize till you have 1,000 subs and done X amount of hours. I think that's how it was.
Yeah, which I can understand in that aspect. I think for the most part for TikTok as a platform, because at the moment when people stream to TikTok, it's very shit because it's off their phone. And for the most part, it's only people just sitting there talking smack for an hour. So there's nothing, it's kind of like just chatting for Twitch, but it's just all that gets done on TikTok. But I think the larger thing as well is that when people do stream to TikTok, they can also get those clips for their TikToks off that stream directly, which I think will be rather good. Also from, I guess, a creator and also just as a normal individual, using the platform. Because again, you can post the dumbest shit on that platform. And
it can bang, I mean, we've all seen what's trended. I mean, what's trending now? Those Island Boy fucking.
That was 2 months ago, mate.
They're still trending. They're still going. They're beefing on stuff.
Yeah,
but
everyone's bullying them now.
That's the funny part. But back onto the money side of things. So what was it? I think I sent it to you, Joe, where to make $100, right? You need a lot of these donations. So I think it was so you have to buy, so that your viewers have to buy coins. Now those coins, then the streamer has to then convert them to diamonds. And so I think it was 20,000 diamonds equals $100, but at 65 coins is $1, for the viewer to purchase. So
it just seems like
so
a very
one diamond is worth
weird...
50% of a coin. So that was it was 0.325 of a coin equals one diamond or something like that. That's how I figured it out. In other words, you need a lot of donations, a lot of donations. It was nuts.
It just feels like a very weird thing, I don't know if it's just me, but when you pay money to get one thing which translates to another, and then they have to translate that other thing into
that
money
was the
again,
exact same way Mixer did it, and that's also the same way Facebook does it as well.
Which makes no fucking sense.
Then there was something on about, so I was reading that TikTok also want to introduce crypto. So you can pay with crypto and donate with crypto. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ,
The crypto's gone full circle now.
I don't think it's the time to do it, I think down the track it'll be great, but it's still very, very early in its life. And even now with all this, fuck me dead, if they have NFTs somehow coming
they will. They are. Let's be honest. It's going to happen.
Yeah, Joe, if LPL are doing NFTs, dude, everybody's doing
Tony,
NFTs.
In the nicest way, the door is that way.
Okay.
I can happily show you out the door. All right, it's right there.
See you in the kitchen. Yeah. I'll see you in the kitchen.
So I think TikTok to have a lot of work to do to really to make their stream platform a bit more finer, a bit more nicer to the viewership and to the streamers themselves. But nonetheless, it like with the demographic that is now that is using TikTok, it's going to bang. Like, let's be honest. Like, it's going to be a primary platform within the next few months easily.
I think the only major thing, I don't know if Tony would agree with this, is with so many children being on that app, are there going to be, is there going to be restrictions on how purchases are made because of the amount of children that are on the app specifically?
No, TikToks are made by a Chinese company. They don't give a shit.
The other thing
that's
that I did see, so there's a lot of like not safe for work stuff on TikTok. There's no clause on TikTok stuff stating like no one can stream not safe for work stuff or an anti-terrorism. There's no anti-terrorism clause in TikTok's terms and use.
Literally, I could open my phone right now
and go through your favorites, and you'll see all the not safe for work stuff.
not even my favorites. I'm talking For You page. There'd be thirst
traps. Logged in.
There would be
so the For You stuff
things on this app.
Caters to what you look up, right?
Yeah, it goes for around. You. Yeah, I know. That's how it is.
For you, Joe.
That's how it is. But it's because
we're revealing that Joe's down bad.
Do you want to show yours right now on camera? Or?
Yeah, Tony, should we go? Just go put you on Twitter. I think that'd be even fun. Yeah, let's do a segment.
I'll go through just in perspective. I'll go through the five first videos on my feed. All right, I'll say it out loud, so you can get a grasp as to what actually pops up on the feed. Tony, you do the same as well. If you grab your phone. Basically, first 5 videos, just say what it is. You don't have to show the camera or anything, of course.
That's my Snapchat, sorry.
Alright, so first clip I've got of professional soccer players essentially making a debut, because that's something I follow. The next one is No Way Home stuff of a cosplayer, because that's my entire For You page right now of just Spider-Man No Way Home. That's all it is. Third one is basically something, those like time frames of like dating, week 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, like really generic shit. Then fourth one is some dude crying about his ATAR. That's also quite good. And then the last one is just an advertisement from Red Bull, which if hit us up,
Red Bull.
Really like your products.
I will happily drink several Red Bulls.
I will happily drink several Red Bulls with the Jaeger.
Yes. But we don't
I just want it for myself. Fuck you guys. You guys get nothing. It's all mine.
Tony, what's the first 5 on yours?
So one is an artist I follow, and I've listened to a bit of his music, saying that a remix of one of his songs is sick. I've got one of those relationship things as well, which is weird. Joe, get off the For You page. There's some kid working at McDonald's and playing COD. It's a video of Nade Shot. There is it's Emiru reacting to some other stream of some guy doing geography of all the states of America. And then there's one where it just says, I didn't get my first kiss until I was 17. And I felt that one on a personal level.
So the moral of the story, there's a lot of weird shit going on there.
But
there's a lot of weird shit.
Like, I don't think TikTok, not yet. I think it's going to be like the same as like your Tumblr and whatnot, where there is no like clause of anti-terrorism or you can't do not safe for work stuff. And then 6 months down the track, they're like, oh yeah, you can't do that anymore, and then everyone leaves the platform and goes join something else because people.
I don't think it's a Twitch killer.
I don't think it's a Twitch killer
I
either.
don't think they're gonna do what they want to do. Again, Twitch is
leagues. It's leagues ahead of everyone though.
But who's next in line
Facebook.
behind Twitch? Right, I'd say YouTube, and they're like
Twitch, Facebook.
Even they're like the caliber between
like
it.
the only
It's
thing with
just-
YouTube, especially when it comes to live streaming, is the platform itself is not very user friendly. Which they are fixing it. Like they are still
Yeah.
working on it a lot. It is fairly quite new as well, but like it's Twitch at top, followed by Facebook, and then yeah, you got your YouTube, and then whatever other fucking shit platforms are around.
It's not even like remotely close
No.
either. Like Twitch is
Yeah,
all the way
it's-
up here, and then
smashes it.
Facebook's like
Yeah,
all the way down
smashes
there. Like it's insane.
So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a Twitch. I don't think it's gonna be a
Yeah,
Twitch killer. I
Facebook
don't think it's
game.
gonna be a Facebook killer. I think it's just going to exist. People are going to use it just for probably not. They won't be doing TikToks, but they go, hey, it'll just be like a just chatting streams most likely. I don't think.
Do you reckon they buy just
Yes.
just chatting streamers?
Yes.
Do you
I
reckon they try and get
they
them
will pump
onto their
some money
platform?
into some big just chatting streamers?
So you get like
I-
Hassan.
Hassan already
for
like
example,
he uses
you know.
TikTok like no tomorrow, anyways.
I don't think they'd get Hassan though, because obviously
He'll
like his
probably
content's
go
more,
to it just because
a
of his
little bit
following
more
on TikTok because it's
older.
convenient for him.
Yeah,
He's already smashing it on TikTok with all his stuff. So why wouldn't he stream on TikTok already, bring more people over and make more money when he's just doing fuck all? Yeah.
get a bag.
So
yeah.
like the requirement is you need those six figures at bare minimum if you want to start making some like livable wage is what I would call it.
Yeah.
But yeah. I would like to see how it goes. I would like to see. I would like to see another platform out there that does rival, those top three, which is Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. But yeah, I don't think because what they're saying is they want to rival Twitch. Yeah, no, sorry guys, you're gonna need billions in your piggy bank
luck with
before you
that.
fucking do anything.
Dude, the only one that's doing that's like probably YouTube.
Like
be
you're
real.
waiting on Elon to make.
I'm
his
waiting
own
for it too.
streaming
yeah.
platform.
Oh, dude. Say less. I'm on
It'll
that
be,
shit in a
it'll be
heartbeat, dude.
powered by
Elon,
crypto and
if you need-
NFTs.
You
That's
can
all I
only
need.
donate in Doge.
He will too. He 100% will. He'll make it
Give me
so
that
you
s-
have to fucking go to Doge. He'll make fucking.
Doge
make his
BS, is that
100
what I'm hearing?
He'll
Doge
make his
investor here.
$100 billion
Make it happen.
and fucking be laughing.
Hey man, got about 100 Doge. Probably
Well, the
like 20 now
equivalent's
or
like
something
50
like that.
cents.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
What
so
about-
we'll move on to our next
What a Doge.
next topic, which is fucking. It's a funny one. It is a.
This
fucking-
is like the
Now,
mozza.
I love
This
this
is
shit.
mozza shit.
I love this shit.
I
live for this
enjoyed
shit,
watching
honestly.
all the videos of this. Now, as everyone knows, the Halo Raleigh event went off Raleigh.
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 Fucking, you pronounce it American.
Raleigh.
Okay, shush. Yeah, it went off the other day, and it went off with a bang. To be quite honest,
In
well,
what way?
in the way that the event was
In what way?
successful, and the other way there was 30-year-old men crying that they lost the game, and some guy
And
lost
some
his
guy
leg.
lost his
apparently,
leg.
Yes.
That was a bag.
It's like,
I
if
fucking
anyone,
love that tweet.
it's like if anyone has lost a leg, please contact us. And it's like, how do you just notice? Now, I understand you can't feel below your thigh, but like,
Yeah.
it's there.
It was good. It was.
I mean, I
was
don't
funny
see
too.
how they
Yeah, I
didn't
think-
notice a hopping guy just going around the event. Like,
Just some dude just limping out, and he's like, "I'm missing something, but I don't know what."
now, I think we'll start with the competitive ruling with Sentinels. I think because that's a
Listen, I think we're starting a lighter note. Like, let's talk about the event as a whole, and then we'll go into the
Okay,
nitty gritty
okay, yeah.
shit, right?
We'll do
I
that.
think it's probably better to at least start with something positive, then move into NA being
Just
nearest
NA
airport.
Dumb
NA.
shit.
Uh,
Love the
Listen, as
nearest
much as those
airport.
get shafted, at least we don't complain about the most minuscule bullshit. So be it. Anyway, Cloud9 just dominate the tournament.
expected.
Like,
I mean, the guys
Yeah,
in
big
Canada
ups.
just
they had a banger.
they're monsters.
Renegade's a goat. Renegade's a fucking goat.
I think the Aussies as well. They did okay. Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs.
I think Chiefs came
Uh,
like top 16.
Yeah, some
It
bullshit,
was
right?
22.
Yeah, it was 22 to 30
Yeah.
or something. Whatever the fuck.
But
Yeah.
the event
It
did
was
go
top-
really
yeah, it
well.
was
The
like,
production was
20th or
fucking
something.
just on point. I watched a little bit of
Uh,
it, and I really couldn't fault some of it. There was some camera issues, but that's about
The-
it.
The only problem I had personally was how some of the streams did not have any broadcasts. So they had the stream going, but
Oh,
no
yeah.
commentary.
Yeah.
There was like a
I
B,
think that
C,
was
or
just-
D stream.
So-
Yeah, just lack of
Um,
casters because the amount of games they had going at one time, like they had like 5 or 6 games going at one time. So
Yeah.
having experienced
Okay. Chiefs came 17th
Yeah.
through to 24th.
having
We're chilling.
experienced Halo
Experience casters.
casters, because that's what they wanted. They want people that know what they're fucking talking about. And unfortunately, there was only like four
Yeah.
or five
Imagine.
casters that did it.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure because all the production and stuff, like all the
Yeah.
casting was done from the venue, so they probably didn't have enough casters at the venue. They probably could have got them remotely, but yeah, like there was only like 5 or 6 casters.
Other than
at the
that,
venue.
I think production was really well done. There was a few server crashes though, which again in the early stages of this game is very, very frequent.
It's to be
So,
expected. It's a brand new game.
yeah, it happens. I think
Fix it, please.
like the event as a whole went really well. I'm happy Chiefs came 22nd. They did well for themselves on their first endeavor internationally as a Halo squad. Defined
and
Mind
being out for a few months.
Defined Mind came 32nd. They had to fund themselves to get over there,
Yeah.
which cost like 25 grand or something for the whole team. So
Didn't they just get picked up by Mindfreak?
no,
Or
now
is that
Mindfreak's a
team?
different team, and they didn't really do as well. Unfortunately, they went through the
Okay.
open pools. I think they didn't have
Damn.
anything funded by the TO, so that was a bit rough for them. But at least we had some representation.
And like from the pictures and everything, the event
Yeah.
looked really nice. Like there was kind of like a spare no expense kind of thing going on. Like they had all the Halo kind of the statues and all the lighting and all like the amount of computers they had there as well. That was really nice. They had even like off to the side like people could just
Mm.
casually play. They had a nice big screen TV for everyone to watch on. The event looked fairly packed. Like it looked like there's quite a few people there as well, just to spectate even. I think it's,
Mm.
the views
yeah,
as
I
well.
think it's smashed
Like
it.
I think there was a peak of 130,000 or something, which is like what you see from
Major TOs,
CS
yeah.
events, which is
Major,
quite like major
Yeah.
stuff.
League.
And even the other cool things as well, like the drops they had for Twitch as well weren't garbage, which is a nice change. They had like very
Oh, that
they
pistol.
had like very
clean.
generic, like camo guns,
Like-
which you would have gotten in the OG games as a drop, which was pretty
like
good.
just
And also the Rockstar gun, the Rockstar energy guns they had.
Yeah.
Which I think you had to purchase like a Rockstar energy can with a code on it to redeem in game, which
that's
is a
kind of
very
cool. I like that.
unique thing. So,
Making people,
yeah, it's a very
mixing
I
the
was
two
gonna say-
together.
But that's gonna be worth something, like
yeah.
someday.
I mean,
It's gonna.
overall,
Yeah,
obviously we'll
appreciate
touch on
value.
it a little bit later with the OS side of things to wrap up this entire episode. But I think like for the positivity portion of this, it was good. Obviously, a few things could have been changed. But onto the crying,
Crowdfunding was good.
onto the bitching.
30-year-old
whining.
dudes.
True.
30, like my generation.
Yep.
Dad,
Oh.
why are you crying? He's a bitch, son. He's a
He
bitch.
called GG when it wasn't GG, but we were about to lose anyways. So that actually happened. Like that wasn't me just saying that for shit. That legitimately happened at Raleigh, at it like after a game. So someone called GG, literally just like 5 seconds before a game was about to end, and these dudes got up and started screaming. And I mean, these are like grown dudes, like they were married and everything, like had kids. They're in their 30s. They got up and they started egoing and just like crying about that it wasn't GG till it was GG. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
I find it hilarious.
Come
I think it
on.
was I think it
that's
was
like-
the open bracket as well that happened in, because obviously the Pethans don't get to play in the main pool, so
Unlucky.
shit.
Like I wish I could find the clip, but it was basically these two twins. They got up and they're screaming and yelling at these other guys, going, "What's a GG?" And they're swaying in sync, like it.
Wasn't it the?
I don't know who
Was
it was
it the
against.
Chiefs?
I
Was it
wasn't
against
paying
the Chiefs?
attention.
That
Yeah.
was a different game.
But like,
There's
yeah,
been a
these
bunch of
dudes are like
different shit that
swaying
we'll
together,
go through.
like
Ah.
arguing the same thing. Like I'm like, that's some like twin energy, and like, but it's just like, it was toxic masculinity, and it was just
Dumb.
like really shit to see. Like I expect that in COD tournaments where the
about to say.
the player IQ pool is in the double digits kind of thing. But like, holy shit, it was fucking. It got pretty bad. And then, like, I mean, and then we got, who was it? Snipe Down, was it Tony?
Oh, yeah.
Tony
This
can
is
Can
great.
discuss it. So-
I don't know. So I don't know the full details, but I think this guy ended up getting kicked off his team or something like that. Hold up, I need to actually pull up the message myself because I'm quite confused. But yeah, so yeah, some guys just having a sulk about being kicked off his team, and then Snipedown's like, dude, this is a business at the end of the day. Like, if you shit, you shit. Like, and then fucking Lethal from Sentinels chimes in. Everyone's like, Lethal, you've got no place. Like, your teammate cheated. Shut up. It just got fucking.
So I think
just went from bad
it was
to worse. I was
a
like, holy
guy,
shit.
it was Tyler Ganser from E United. I think his Twitter handle's like @Spartan or
Yeah.
something. He's like
Spartan.
one of the
Yeah.
original OGs of the Halo, Halo era.
Yeah.
Mind you, they came second
Yeah.
at this event.
Like,
Yeah.
So talk about losing
Yeah.
gracefully, right?
and
Like-
these guys are sponsored. I think. Oh fuck! This dude's my age.
Yeah, you know,
Shit.
well,
Oh no!
Oh,
no!
shit.
Yeah, I was.
And
I just saw it. He's 27. Ah, fuck. Yeah, so yeah, this dude, like, he bitched and complained or something like that, and come on, man, really, just really,
It's like you're struggling to words.
it's just
Just having a sook.
like, it does my head in.
Having a
It
sook.
legitimately just does my head in, outright.
My favorite was Snipedown's reply. Like, I think he really edited or like
He did
worded
that
his
so
reply.
well. He
like,
really did.
really
I'm
good.
actually so proud of him.
Where is it? Hold up, I find it. Spartan, bro, what are you on about? This is a business at the end of the day. You take everything personal, dish out BS like the fifth grader you are. Win with grace or stay a pause.
Waits for another tweet of
Oops.
playing the victim. Else to follow up.
Yep.
He's deleted a tweet now, which is hilarious. He probably got told to delete it by E United because E United probably like, bro, what are you doing? Just
Bro,
And then
come on,
Lethal's
man.
follow up saying, "This is a sniped out. I've been waiting to see."
yeah,
it."
he got absolutely chewed out.
Poor dude's just there trying to be nice, and everyone's like, "Nah, fuck you."
You know, fuck you. Your
And
teammates
we'll
are
go on
fucking
to that
cheater.
now, actually. So, Sentinel's got let's I'll get the official reading and I'll bring it up on the stream as well. Yeah.
Yeah, the HCS
Um,
thing.
Here it is.
Where is it?
It-
Yeah,
it's
the
loading, guys.
competitive
I'm so
ruling.
sorry. What is my net? Okay.
Oh, it's yeah. They did a
Yeah.
whole like really big investigation.
So they're going
too. Like,
about
this
the,
was
a
some
number of
top
players
tier
raised
shit from
allegations
HCS.
that Sentinels had forced the game to select a server, resulting in abnormally high ping for players in the game lobby. One is accusations were directed
Yep.
towards Royal 2 from Sentinels. These allegations were accompanied by reviews of Sentinel players' Twitch streams, which categorized the perceived changes and abnormalities in player pings directly in the game client. Now, apparently, what they did was there's a console or something you can write in, and you can force the
You can go into your
region.
console.
So
Yeah, so I think it was US West or something like that, or US West 2, that he forced the his game to only
when it was
play on those
like
servers.
it's meant to automatically the server's meant to automatically choose the best server for both teams, so it's equal. So if someone's on 300 ping, and another dude's on 100 ping, it will choose a server that will have it at 200 ping, so everyone's on the same playing field. And yeah, these guys made it so it forced it, so they had the upper hand in a game like in like Halo. 100 ping definitely does make a difference, for sure. Now they're from a fairly big org, And this isn't the first time Sentinels has had players where they've done something a bit dodgy.
Zoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting
yeah.
to see like a bit of a trend here going at Sentinels. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I was a player or a sponsor or anything like that, I would kind of be staying away from Sentinels now. Like, I'd be going, like, if you guys constantly have these players who are, cheating or abusing or just, being absolutely horrible, I don't want to be part of you.
Listen, I've got my thoughts because I work with idiots. So,
I'm one of those idiots. Hello.
I don't think
It is me.
I don't think it's at least in this scenario, like it's a very minuscule thing because I know a lot of people do it in ranked, right? But
Yeah, but cheating is
the
cheating.
thing is, what was the outcome of this? One of the player couldn't go to the event. They had to use a sub, and I think their seed got forfeited.
They
as well,
essentially
if I'm
got
not mistaken.
DQ'd in the end. Like,
Yeah, they just got. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure they just
I
got
think
DQ'd.
they got forced to
like,
play
overall.
some really shit games, and
Didn't have, I think it was through open
yeah,
polls. Wasn't
and
it? I think.
they had to play over sub or something like that, and I don't think they could get a sub. I don't know. There was something weird about that. I can't remember.
Yeah, they basically got DQ'd. Like it was. That's why they didn't play in the event, basically.
I mean, yeah, but it's another situation where you look at the other three players, right, and they would have been clueless.
Do you think though?
Like it's yeah,
No, they would have been lagging.
yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Because like if he changed his server and everyone else is having problems, right? You'd still think that like in this scenario, the player who did it, like fuck him, right? But the other three people, you're feeling pretty bad for them because again, they're the ones that had to, give up this
unless they're in the same region
as well. Which they're not. They're all across the place, which is weird for Sentinels because they typically have people all in the same location.
I don't know. I just cheating is cheating no matter how you look at it, and I even think Sentinels needs to have a holdover on all their players, or something really needs to where's the E-stick now,
Hey, get my boys sick
I've
involved.
been on holiday. For
Get them out of OS.
Yes.
Get them out of OS. Fuck. Free our boys.
So like a bit of a letdown, but I'm glad that Halo, they acted on it very quickly. Like compared to some TOs where they take
like
a week or two.
2 days.
Or just
don't
even
respond. Yeah, this was like allegations happened. They looked straight into it, and that was the end of it. Like
competitive ruling, fine.
I think it was the 3rd of December or something like that. Oh, hang on. Tournament on the 1st or 2nd. So yeah, the tournament was on the 1st or 2nd, and then there was a 4-hour delay of the tournament on the December 3rd. HSC at administration, and then pretty much on day 2 or something like that, they already had like a ruling and all that bullshit already examined everything. So if something happened on day 1, they looked at a day 2 and they had a ruling on day 3. Like that's fucking
They also banned Royal 2 till January 28th of next year. So
slap on the wrist. Like there's not much point.
It's not an E-stick 4-year ban.
That is the slappiest of slaps on the wrist. Like that's like a oh, how dare.
Just a graze. I was gonna say I don't even think it's gonna be a tournament until late Jan, Feb.
LA is just it's a warm up.
Maybe even March.
Warm up, just to see how everyone's toes are feeling the competitive scene of Halo. That's all it was. It was it wasn't anything serious. It wasn't a major. It wasn't a minor. It was a scrim.
Apparently they've upped the prize pool because of how well it did. Like the prize pool for the next event is going to be absolutely. I think it's like 20k more or something like that.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. This is more to test. They put all this money in the idea for esports to be the main, the main focus, and so they run an esport event just to see how well it would do as a basis. And they absolutely smashed it. And now they go back and they go, name your sponsor essentially. Hey, Logitech. You know, hey HyperX.
Hey,
The thing is with
HyperX.
Halo though, like it's a fun game. Like
G Fuel.
it's actually fun, which at least like as a new esport, this is like as well not new, more revitalized, but I'm still calling it new because it's bigger now than what it was previously. I just find it enjoyable to watch as a viewer. That's the thing. Like I normally with a lot of events, I don't even watch the full thing. Like I think maybe the only 3 that I kind of watch like fully now is probably Halo, PUBG, and probably Siege. They're the only 3. Everything else just doesn't. It's too long.
No Valorant.
It's
Joe?
too long. That's
No
what I'm
Valorant?
putting it as. It's too long. Like Halo's very fast paced. The games don't last long. You know, like it's actually enjoyable because it doesn't go for like an hour per map or something like that. It's actually like a very quick and paced game.
Yeah.
No wonder you got out of Counter Strike,
Correct.
Joe. Couldn't sit there and watch the team anymore.
Correct.
Couldn't sit there and watch it all fall apart.
OCS.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
It's back.
the other thing as well to I guess really mention is going into 2022 as well, right? For the Halo scene, OS will look good.
Very much so.
Again, I don't think anyone's going to get near Cheese for a while. Divide and Bind have to go back to the drawing board because they actually used the sub when they were over there because the player couldn't go because he didn't get vaccinated. Which, as we've established previously, gentlemen, get vaccinated. That's the only way you're going to be able to go
Very
I
much.
think
overseas.
I think we're going to
It's stuck
see
in
a
this
fairly
country.
big boom in the next couple of months of Halo professional Halo players, and you know, yeah,
I was about to say.
professional. But I think we're going to have some young rising stars come up. I think they're going to kick these oldies out. You know,
Yeah.
If you really think about it though, these 30-year-olds, like especially in Halo, again, no offense, Freeze, they're gonna retire like really soon. They're probably gonna have a good run,
Play-
maybe
play
like
1 year,
2
retire,
years.
Yeah, which if I gotta be honest, it's Halo on controller. Controller does all the aiming for
Leave
you.
behind-
I'm sorry, controller players, but that's
Leave
just how
behind
it
the
is.
legacy.
Well, yeah, I guess. But then again, all the kids have a longer period of time. Hell, we could get into Halo and practice over the next.
So what I'm hearing, Joe.
Yeah. But I
We
think
signing up
I
for
think we're going
the
to
next
see all
major
these
class?
oldies either retire in the year or 2 if Halo, keeps maintaining its,
Yep.
esports path and absolutely nailing it. So we'll see these guys either probably retire and just give up, or we'll probably see a large movement of coaches and Halo managers and pure.
I think that wouldn't be too bad because like a lot of these young teams probably
A
need.
dad figure.
Yeah.
A dad figure.
like
I
a
reckon
30-year-old.
it'd be a great.
Yeah.
And they're not in that on the same token. Like a lot of these guys, they're not bums or anything. Like some of these guys that are playing are quite successful people in their fields.
Yeah. You got the Ogre twins. You've got Snipe Down, obviously. You've got a few of the guys in
Yeah.
Sentinels and
Heck,
Cloud9
even
as
Formal
well.
was a sub for Sentinels at that event.
Yeah, so I think we
Yeah.
might see a large movement, primarily Halo focused, but a large movement in esports scene that might benefit everyone in the end.
Will it? So what I'm thinking is, will we see? I guess what we saw when Valorant obviously came out. You saw a few CS players obviously make the shift over to Valorant. Will we see maybe a few more people from Valorant move over to now Halo because Halo's got such a big scene now.
I think it's more so this is a chance for OS COD players more so than anyone else to get out of a really shit spot in the esports cycle for them
and
and
go to
start
another one.
fresh. No, I'm saying start fresh.
I mean, they can go to a
like-
tournament that actually pays, and has a structure.
Which Mind Freak's team they picked up.
And get streamed.
Yeah,
it gets streamed.
Because the other thing as well, Mind Freak's team that just signed, they're actually a few COD players as well. So
Well,
they've
the
literally just gone
gameplay
to
is
an
fairly
international
similar
event.
in the concept.
Yeah, that's my point. I think it would work better for them. Hence why Formal even subbed for Sentinels, right? Because it's still a very he used to play Halo ages ago, but even now it's still a very similar game to what he's done previously. And as much as I love seeing JDU knock on about how COD needs to do this, needs
COD
to do
needs to
that,
die.
I'm like, bro, just
COD
shut the fuck
needs
up.
to
COD needs to
die.
die. Get all these people from Call of Duty. COD's more of a casual game now than an esport. I'm just
It
gonna
always
say
has
an
been.
host per se.
It always has
well,
been.
at least
No,
here.
everywhere.
Here it
I'm sorry. COD has never been
Everywhere.
an actual competitive game ever started. Like
Since
really ever
Black
since the
Ops
start. Like
3.
Yeah, okay.
if you compare to every other shooter that's ever been out, COD has never, ever, ever gone to the top. It's always been the bottom run.
Who owns COD again? Who owns COD
yeah,
again?
Activision. Yeah,
NA,
Who owns
Activision.
COD again?
FaZe Clan, Optic, Rivalry from 2009,
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah, which is now in Halo and even more popular than what
Which
happened
is-
back.
It's that's was it semi?
That was a
Whatever
semi,
whatever
yeah.
final
That was
in
a semi.
HCS, that was sick.
Yeah. So the COD
That
scene
was
has
fucking
never really
sick.
been. It's never even like gone over any other shooter that's like it. Name another 6v6
Yeah.
shooter that you think COD is better. Or 5v5,
COD's not
3v3,
6v6.
however you want to.
It's in a
Fuck,
4v4.
Whichever.
that's 4v4. I think. Yeah, 4v4.
Team v team deathmatch. Fucking Crunker was a meme.
Crunker, yeah.
Actually,
Crunker.
Crunker's
was
probably
a
better
meme,
than
and
COD
yeah,
at this
that was
point.
actually that had a better tournament system than COD.
Hey yo,
but, like,
Crunker
there's
coming
quite
back
literally,
for the
there's
new
no
year.
other game that's like it where it's team v team deathmatch or search and destroy or anything like that. There's no game that's similar to COD that COD is better in the esports scene. And if someone's proving me wrong,
Because I
tell
think
me a game you think in the comments. I would like to know how many people think there's another game out there that they think is better. Like not battle royale, not yeah. I
Halo.
want team v team,
literally Halo.
like 3v3, 4v4, 5v5.
Halo.
Yeah,
Just Halo.
But COD
That's-
isn't better than Halo. That's
I think, but my point is, at least for OS players,
Yeah.
they need to stop being stubborn little pricks and they need to actually take a chance. That's
what they
that's
need to
I'm saying,
train.
'cause-
They need to work. What?
oh no,
sorry. Fucking.
Oh, no,
you're,
you
you're on drugs.
What?
mate.
controllers.
Stream? I need to
Bro,
stream.
you don't even
What?
need to be good. Like, you don't need a keyboard. Just strap your controller in and get aim lock. It's not rocket science. Like, actually, that's another thing I want to mention. I personally hate watching controller Halo players because it's like they're robots. It's actual garbage. I'm saying it now. I'm not a big fan of it.
Oh, dude, the way he moves up like that, Joe, it's so smooth.
It's just like
I wish I could do that with my mouse.
this, and then instantly cracks to the head, and it goes back down slowly again. It's like
It's good.
it,
Great.
Well,
Great
apparently
viewing
they're gonna
experience,
nerf it.
It's
honestly.
like playing. Yeah, I hope so.
Thank God.
Because there's essentially like Call
Maybe
of
I'll-
Duty, Apex.
Maybe I'll get to Diamond then.
Quite honestly, I feel the only game, again, I think what we were discussing last time that really needs controller is Rocket League, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. They need to fix this shit. I know they're gonna do it, but like, it just does my head in. I hate watching it because it's just so
Mario
robotic.
Kart. Okay, Mario Kart controllers OP.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario.
That's
Competitive Mario Kart.
where's the controller?
I'll play Mario Kart with a KBM, dude. Don't make me. I'll find a
I
way.
expect a stream for that. Strap that bastard into your Switch
Oh.
and then go for it.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, I think that'll wrap up the Halo topic. Yeah.
Hello discussion.
Now, what's we got next? We have the local league update. But yeah. I'll
Local
let you
league.
always take this over because I got no
Dear
fucking clue. And
fucking god.
and to be
I'll
honest,
let-
my care
I
factor
love
is
this.
nothing on it.
Well, we'll let Tony discuss most of it because he was the one actually casting and being involved in the event. I was from a viewership standpoint, and I think our opinions on like the complete opposite end of the spectrum for this.
Oh no, I'm pretty.
Oh,
much with
cool.
you,
All right, go
guys.
for it then.
All right, so overall, the Shock Inception, Shock Esports Inception League. So what Shock is they ran a whole bunch of pug leagues for CS, similar to what Instafrag do at the moment. Literally almost identical. It's like a carbon copy, which has kind of annoyed a few people at Instafrag. But ideally, more money for the scene's more money for the scene. What has happened is they've run an Inception tournament over the course of, I believe it's the 12th of December and the 19th of December. What has happened on the 12th is the whole best of one stage is played up until I believe it's the quarters or something like that. Best of one's completely up until the quarters. All right, I'm fine with that. On the 12th that was round. That was all qualifier stuff. 19th is when the finals happen. Quarters. It's a best of one for the quarterfinal. It's a best of one for the semi. And then it's a best of three for the grands. The only time a best of three was played was in the grand finals.
Poggers. I love all the chances to not win.
Yeah. And it wasn't even a double. It wasn't double elim bracket either.
I don't know.
It was a single.
I don't know what's worse: single elim best of ones or the graphics.
Oh yeah, the graphics were. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I understand the theme they were going for, but it just. They must have gotten someone off Fiverr. Dude.
This is like Call of Duty, like 2000 and probably 2008.
2008.
I love 2008
yeah.
though. 2008 was fun.
Some Roblox shit, dude. It's like
Nah, mate, this you don't know. Like
some fucking.
I'm talking
Roblox
like
shit, dude.
3D. I put this to person. I said, I think it was like 3D 2013 Minecraft 12-year-old intros taken off
Hold
a
on, wait.
website.
Wait, I can give Huzzy an example. Let me grab the graphic.
Of course, you just have the graphic.
Yeah, it's on my desktop. I had to cast a
Dude, it's
few
on your
best of
desktop
ones.
as well. How important must this be?
I don't even fucking know. Transitions, no. Intermissions. Oh yeah, this is what I'm after. All right, so I'll just drop one in the podcast discussion. I don't know if it's gonna autoplay. I don't know how long it's gonna take to upload, but yeah. Overall the graphics are fucking terrible.
Huzzy, if you go to their
format-
Twitter, you'll see what we mean. I've put it in the
The
doco.
format, fucking terrible. Prize pool was great. Well done. I don't know where they got the money, but 6K overall for the prize pool, fucking sick. Paying your casters too, big ups. Overall, I haven't signed shit, so thank you, boys, for the 150 per best of three. I fucking will take that bag any day of the week.
Oh, if I could say that as well, because they didn't sign an agreement.
I didn't sign anything. I didn't sign shit, dude.
So per best of three, even though it was a best of ones that you had to cast. So every 3 games.
Oh wait, there was there was 2 best of threes. I think there was one for semis and then one for the grands, but there was none for the quarters, and there was no double elim, which is
So with the graphics, you're talking about this like
still a
neon
fucking shit
design.
format.
Is that what you're on about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you looked at their Twitch as well, like you'd see what we're getting at. Like I'm talking like there was 3D spinning logos with like
Also, if we had to do the CS HUD. Me and Matt, we used our lovely man Komodo, has already got a CS HUD, which LPL use. I think ESL have got their own. But they didn't provide a HUD, so we had to source the HUD ourselves, which is fine. I feel for Matt though. He's just like, dude, this HUD's a nightmare to set up. So he set it all up. And he had such trouble with the JPEG of the logo. Like, it stretched like 50 times over. And he had to talk to one of the guys at Shockers, like, hey, can I get a better logo, like a better version of this, so I can put it in, so we can actually use this HUD to make your tournament look somewhat respectable.
From this. So like, so what I can see is they've got like these 3D like logos that are spinning, and they spin quite quick, I must say. But on the back end, so like on some of them how like you'll have the logo, and then when it gets to like this part, it'll start with the front of the logo instead of like looking at it from like the back kind of thing, instead of it being reversed. So like it repeats itself with just with the front. They're not doing that. It's straight like front logo, and then grayscale reversed logo, and then front logo. Yeah, it's a bit like I definitely didn't think of it through. And I get they're trying to go for like that. It looks very. I see it a lot in like mobile esports. I see it a lot in that kind of stuff, and that's what
I personally just think it needs to be simpler.
Yeah. When it comes to
like, if I look back on the old ANZ League, the graphics were simple. I look at
I run that back then.
I look at
Good times.
what is it? Instafrag. Simple.
Yep.
LPL.
Yeah.
Garbage, but simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
Um,
Like you can still
oh,
have
yeah.
you can still
OEL.
ha-
Again,
yeah.
simple.
You can still have like the
despite it being
neon
shit.
and the you can still
Navi.
have like the neon and the
Simple.
flashing, but a lot of the time you don't want that stuff on your primary stream. So like when the games are running, because it takes a lot of the viewing away from the eyes of the viewers away from the viewing of the game.
So
I personally sat there in the end, like between games, I had that logo spinning for like 20 minutes. I
Yeah,
physically
yeah.
could not sit there and watch.
Yeah.
Like I stood there for maybe 30 seconds, and I'm like, nah, none of
It's
this.
so easy to set
is
up a
just-
highlight system and just have that playing on repeat with some background music.
Correct, and I genuinely feel like good job to them. Like I understand we're bashing them a bit.
it was
but,
a good event.
like, good
like-
to them to actually get a $6,000 prize pool and actually pull a good event, which I don't think had any. Did
They
have
had
server
pretty
problems?
good teams. No, servers ran completely. It was all run through
Oh, well,
Facebook.
there you go. So I think the
Yeah.
big takeaways from this: fix the graphics, get a logo that's actually going to be cleaner. And
So
not,
they need
you know,
a branding
as-
rework.
Yeah, they need to.
Yeah,
they need
yeah.
to make it simple. They need to make the branding simple.
See, what I don't get
Even looking
is
at their
format
Twitter
too.
color as well, it looks like it's been slapped.
what I
in
don't
paint,
get is they're called
you know?
shock, but nothing looks like it's like shock lightning bolts.
Electricity.
Lightning
Like how easy would that be to set up?
So a little bit of a backstory. This company or brand or whatever used to be called Sheba League, and
Yes.
yeah.
They were
yeah,
just
yeah,
bad.
it's those guys.
What shit?
Yeah,
Sheba
yeah, it's a
League.
Sheba League.
Yeah.
So it's a dog. They had a dog as their logo
So
before.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that's
like
just
Japanese.
that's.
Yeah, so that was a lot worse because they were trying to do this and they rebranded again to this, which is still bad.
Yeah.
And they also put
Can't
up
complain about that.
a public tweet saying everyone has
Yeah,
been paid.
you
and
guys
it's
don't
like,
need to do that.
well,
Yeah, that was a bit.
Like
That was a
it's
bit
definitely
weird.
weird. It is definitely weird.
It's a bit
I
weird.
understand
Yeah.
this is O's, but like it's
So yeah, dude, I'll happily
Yeah,
tweet. Dude,
like,
I got a bad.
I mean, it's great.
And on top
you
of
know,
that
it's
as
great
well-
that
I
they
didn't
want
sign
to
his shit.
promote, I guess, the teams that did make some money in the event, which is awesome. I just don't think. Yeah.
You don't have to say you
You-
paid them. You just have to
If
say
anything,
like the
I would have
prize
like a
split.
summary tweet of congratulations to all the teams. Taking home
Taking home X amount of money.
some prize pool.
You don't have to say you paid them. That's
and
just weird shit.
imagine that you're going to work and every week when you get your pay slip, your boss announces it. to the
guys, I've
customers,
paid
like,
Joe.
"Hey,
It's okay.
This guy that makes the muffins, we pay him.
Yeah. So yeah.
Because the other two things as well. So they put out a highlight reel 2 hours ago.
Oh, did they?
Oh,
Now
did they?
Tony, you
Wait,
seem shocked.
did-
Now
Am I in that?
I don't
Nah,
know.
you're
I
shit.
can't tell because the
Okay.
music is that loud.
Hang
You
on, let
can't
me
hear
have
the
a- let me
casting.
listen, let me listen.
I was gonna say because the one we showed for grand finals was just all ace them clips because they asked us for clips and we didn't. Me and Matt didn't send them because we there was one or two. But yeah, we didn't send
Okay,
clips, so
I
they
have-
just didn't put
I just
anything.
turned
I
it
was
on
like,
just a little bit, and I had the volume down at like nothing.
bit-
and
a bit
it nearly
loud.
deafened me.
Yeah. So
yep.
the music's really over the like. Don't get me wrong. Good highlight reel. Like it's very generic clips. Good movements and everything. But the issue I've got way too loud on the music.
Yeah.
And on top of that as well, just
Hold up, I need to see this.
where is it? The other thing as well, they had basically Juggernaut and G Fuel NZ sponsoring the tournament apparently. Now, both of those companies are direct competitors, so I'm a bit confused. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm getting a tub, by the way. Shout out Shock. I'm getting a free tub,
so
apparently.
it said well-deserved caster awards and 3 free tubs of Juggernaut energy. So
that one
Shock
made no sense.
caster awards. What is that?
I don't know. I gave him a generic sentence saying, yeah, your tournament was cool, I'd do it again.
Where is it? Shock Inception tournament was an astounding success for the oceanic region as a whole, bringing life into the sea.
Hey, yo, I used the
So-
word astounding, boys. Be proud of me.
Yeah, the other problem I've got with that, I can't read this.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's white
hard to-
writing
hard to
on
read.
like some spinning white star that keeps going around in circles,
So
and
there's
you
no
can't
there's
read
no
a single
contrast.
thing.
Yeah.
No, there's no contrast.
So I think
and
whoever's doing the graphics and whatnot needs a lesson in color matching, branding, and marketing.
they got the guy from Frag Empire.
They probably did. Or a
Look,
guy off
if
Fiverr.
Shock Esports
One of
ever
the
wants
two.
to come in my DMs, I would happily have a discussion with them, and I will give them a literal crash course on just the basis of this stuff. I'm happy, I'm happy to do it
Like,
for free. I'll happily
overall,
give them
I'm-
a crash course in branding and marketing for free. Like
I hate to shred
Like-
into them, right? But
it's
it-
I was gonna say
it's
they
so-
did like
it's
they ran
minor
the
stuff.
tournament
It's
good.
such
It was all
minor
clean.
things that they're done wrong, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound like a dick here, but like it's just basic shit that needs to get fixed
Yeah.
moving forward. You know, like as a viewer as well. Like I personally wouldn't sit there again and watch that event if that was the graphics I was given again, because that was I personally couldn't. But the positive thing is the casting was okay. Ace and Charisma
except for
actually
that
got
Tony guy
CS and
casted,
Pride.
that was torture.
Yeah, he's a bit
Fuck,
shit.
fuck
But
that
yeah,
guy.
Ace and Charisma got in to cast some CS, and at least from my knowledge, they didn't do too bad.
There was really only one
Jose-
caster
There's
which I tuned in. Like the one time I did tune in, there was one caster that was on, and I actually couldn't stand listening to his voice because he didn't know what he was doing.
So Tony and
I
Matt
never
as a
do, I
duo
never
was
do.
fine. You had Luther in there as well, which Luther's Luther. You can't.
We had Josh as well.
Yeah, Josh as well. Who has improved a lot, so it's good to see him.
It's
actually
good to see
getting
Josh.
involved in the
It's good to
event,
see
'cause
Josh
he's-
come back into the stuff.
He has not been outside of MDL
Yeah.
for ages. Which
One
is
of the
which
boys.
is nice to see him
He-
get
he's
other
one of the boys.
opportunities.
He's been doing DreamHack. He's been doing.
I keep
DreamHacks
saying
and shit.
this, and I don't know if you agree with me, Huzzy, but almost every FPS event in this country does not ever
Correct.
have a host. Like it's only
I
two
would happily
casters,
host.
which, I don't know.
Can we,
I've already put my name in the
Can-
ring. I want in because
can we get Kit Fox to host? That's all I
even
want.
Kit. Like if it's Valorant,
Well,
get Kit. If it's CS,
look,
get me.
even-
Please
even
get someone
like,
who actually has the
um,
knowledge.
Like,
We need some charisma.
well, I know,
Elfish.
I know
Get
that
Elfish.
he probably isn't like in it, but like people like Udi, Nat T as well, they're great hosts. Nat and Udi have both have got the experience to do it.
Yeah,
It's just
they're
how, you don't need
They're
you don't need to
charismatic.
know how
They're
to, like,
charismatic.
you don't need to know anything about the fucking game. You just need to be a really like entertaining person.
What up,
yeah.
boys?
It's
Welcome.
not like getting those really fun, engaging people is the idea of a host. You don't want someone whose game knowledge is like, on par with the pros. You just want someone who's just there to
Top
talk
tier.
fucking.
That's why you have an analyst desk. That's
Yes.
that's what an analyst.
We don't have analysts. We don't have those.
We
though,
don't
Joe.
have those either. So
Dying-
my role
dying
in
breed.
this scene is
Dying
completely
breed.
useless.
Could you imagine breaking down strategy? No,
well,
hold
that's what we
W
did on
mouse
PUBG.
one.
Easy
Just
out.
saying.
Rotate here, wind here. Plane go here. Plane
Maybe-
go vroom.
Maybe die here. Maybe die
Cut,
here
crash,
on
hit tree
rotate.
here.
flip cut, flip.
Maybe
car
throw a molly
47
here.
times.
Yep.
Oh god. But yeah, I think
Still too many of
overall
those.
for the local league, I think like it's definitely good for Shock. I must say though, they have done more than what Instafrag has recently. Not to have
Yeah.
a dig at obviously Mitch and Wander and Co, who do work their ass off for Instafrag. I hope they do something next year. Because again, OCCS
land.
is kind of just
Give me a
we're
lane.
struggling. I know
I want
there's a lot of
lane,
new
my G.
opportunities, which again we'll touch on later. But I think for Instafrag as a direct competitor of Shock now with their Faceit hubs, there needs to be something, Otherwise, everyone's going to shift to Shock because that's what the money is.
Correct. Yeah.
I was gonna say because they pay like their prizes are pretty good. And they like I only
So
know
they're giving out like
from looking
knives
at
and stuff
yeah.
as well. It's like a
yeah.
these aren't cheap knives. Like I'm talking between
These
$3
aren't-
to
yeah, these are like
$600,
100
like,
Yeah, I was gonna say upward of 150.
It's insane.
on some
Definitely
of these
looking
knives.
forward to Shock actually definitely improving and becoming one of those the bigger local league. Definitely like
Love that.
Definitely like
More-
to see
more-
from
more
them, that's
CS?
for sure. 100%.
more CS that won't make me want to pull my hair out.
Judge my eyes out. Yeah.
See, I can see.
Yeah, shout out to Paradox. Shout out to Paradox. They actually won that event. They did really well. Ex Rooster, obviously.
New boys coming back in. Just on that note, I guess.
Netic.
I guess on that note, you may as well merge our way through to the new changes with some of the domestic CS leagues.
The new pathways to pro.
So just for some context, basically ECA Premier and ECA Open are now gone.
Main.
They've been merged into ESL. So ESL used to have ANZ Premier, which was open quals to get in. So now ANZ Premier is actually the highest tier of AUCS. That's like the big dog league. Then the sub
your
B tier,
Champs Premier.
ANS,
then basically they're the A tier of AUCS.
AS.
Then basically the next one down from that will be ESL Main, which is the replacement for Premier. And then below Main there'll be ESL Open, which I've been asking for ages for this to happen. I know Tony and myself have discussed this so many times for ESCA, because ESCA normally has Open, Advanced, Main, Premier. Now they've done the same thing but under ESL. So now we won't actually see random pug teams actually in the Premier League, which thank God.
See you later.
Because I couldn't even count on my fingers how many teams I've had to cast in the past or even talk to about just people do
Hey,
just...
Joe, you want to sell us?
Huh?
You want to sell me and the boys? I've got like 5 guys from the pub to play a game with me.
Get in the Premier.
No, just pick us up. We're only an org, but we want to find another org, and we're guaranteed top 6, Joe. 100%.
Yeah, but we're fielding offers, Joe.
You sound almost as reliable as some of the teams that actually approach. But I think, again, this is really good for ESL and CS as a whole, because ESL seems like they're trying to kill LPL.
Good.
That's my opinion.
They're killing
I think
everything.
they finally realised that they can't just keep plodding along with its inferior fucking system. It's shit. It is shit. It's always been shit.
I was talking to the LPL guys, and they don't think it's going to kill them. I beg to differ, because now seeing as obviously ANZ Champs is now going to be casted by, Elfish, Mac,
the boys,
Pilski, the guys who actually are on the land to do the casting, which, they are Premier casters for a Premier League. Then the sub-league in Main apparently will be approved community casters who do it if it's paid, because it is the main need. No one knows, but I think that will be great, because now it's going to reduce the amount of unexperienced broadcasters covering, the sub-league to go into that. So like LPL Challenger, which I've been doing for the last 3 years. So Champs is the equivalent to LPL Pro. Challenge is the equivalent to ESL Main, and then normally there's Open and Amateur for LPL, which if we're going to be honest,
they are the same. The only difference is you have to pay an amateur.
Yeah, paid. Yeah,
you don't have to pay.
Like
$15.
$15.
That's what I mean. Like in LPL, you have to pay for amateur, but you're still
that's also a dub. You don't have to pay an entry.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's gonna get more teams.
The other thing as well is that like for Champs as well, there's 3 international slots now for AUCS.
EPL.
For EPL, for the Conference League. And quite frankly, looking at all the results recently, we've actually got a good top 5 now. It has been so long since we've had a good top 5.
I mean, it's been what? It's been 5 years for ESL to get their shit together.
Oh, not for CS. I think it's more so like
I'm more talking like
3.
the structure. Like it's been about 5 years or 6 years or so.
I think they were locked behind the ESCA just like having so much hold over our scene when they just didn't do a lot.
ESL is ESCA.
They are the same.
The subsidiary of that, but the thing is, I find that's going to be great.
There's a lot of conflicting.
A lot of people used to complain about having to deal with LPL, ESL, and Premier all at the same time, being in different scheduling aspects. Now there's only going to be 2. And the other thing to consider with that as well is that if a schedule does clash, people are going to pick ESL over LPL every 100%. Day of the week. And on the other side of things as well with that is, if you look at the top 5 teams right now in the region, it basically goes Paradox, and then goes Vertex, Order, LFO, and then Renegades. And those 5 teams, they can beat each other on any given day at this point. Like it's
The paradox.
it's that close now. It's
Ooh.
absolutely absurd. It's been like a solid 2 or 3 years since we've seen actual
Yeah,
solidified.
no
top
one's
three.
really dominating.
Does someone get LFO and org? Someone get LFO
So,
and org.
apparently, a
please.
lot of people have stood in their
Just hurts
DMs,
to call
but
them LFO.
they're not accepting. That's what I think as well, Joe. I think
Well,
they're asking
yeah, they
for
want too
far
much
too
money.
much.
They want to.
I'm speaking as someone who had them message me, not me message
really?
them. So
I was gonna say,
Alright.
Joe, they're going overseas.
no,
I
but
could.
listen,
I can
I
guess,
love those
I can
boys with a
guess they're
passion.
definitely asking for a bag. I think they know what they're relatively worth. Well,
They're worth it.
Listen, I can understand why they're being cautious though, because again, they were under direwolves, and we all know what happened there.
Yeah.
And for those boys specifically, like they deserve the world. Like they're a really good bunch of guys. Like they're not like they're literally slotting with Renegades and Order as doing regular content because that's what LFO does, which is great. Vertex does that as well. Paradox,
every now and then,
you know,
every now and then.
not even.
They frag good. Netic ASAP, frag good, that's it. There you go. That's.
Yeah, the top 4
content.
teams do content, and 3 of them are signed. Like someone needs to get their hands on them, like straight away. Like they're qualifying for international leagues. They qualified again for another ESL
I
league.
definitely think
as
the
of 3
boys need
days
to be a
ago as
little
well.
bit
Yeah,
more flexible on what
conference
they think they're
number
worth,
16.
though. Because it is.
Because it is
that's the
OS.
thing, it is OS. Unless they want to start looking international, I think you guys start looking a little bit more realistically at how much
Listen, if they're going off wages that Renegades and Order are on, I think that's fair.
I think they're going off what they
like. I
think they're going off what they're being paid at Direwolves. That's what I think they're going off. What they're meant to meant to
Zero.
be paid though.
Yeah.
Like because they were catching a bag, or meant to be. They were meant to be catching a bag at Direwolves, and then Direwolves were like, "Oh no, we don't have the money."
What is that? What
And
money
I
would
think
say?
that's
jokes aside, they need an org. I don't think it's going to be an OS team. If it is an OS team, props to them. I do think this is a worthwhile
100%.
investment for a team, especially in the current standards of CS. Like CS and OCE is actually thriving now. Like we had this podcast probably about 6 months ago, and like it was dead. Like
It's
nothing
definitely
was
rising.
happening.
Yeah, the
It's definitely rising. It
jokes was
great
it
to
was
see.
dead.
Yeah.
So you're back in CS next year. Joe. That's all I'm
Listen,
saying.
if you're not saying LPL is going to be on the table, but I mean, if he's on for me, and I'm happy to slide through. But yeah, casting ain't doing it for
Analysts?
me as much as it used to, Tony. Analyst work, sure. Host work, sure. But yeah, I'm very excited as a a very, very, very passionate CS person. Like, as being in the scene for I think 6-7 years now, like it's definitely been on the up.
Been
which
around
is
a hot
great.
minute.
It's been good. But we've got one other thing we need to discuss, fellas.
But
But we're talking about
But-
butts.
that's you and me. Sorry.
We're actually going to be discussing what's happened this year.
Definitely been a big year, I think. Despite not many lands, not many not many
NALCQ. Sorry.
not many events going as
I
planned.
did. There was a post from Riot like that saying, "Oh, what was your favorite part of the LCQ?" And I retweeted literally just with the words saying "OS." That's all I put. But I think like if we had to list off some of the highlights for the year, up until this point, what are we feeling? Like what has been some of the highlights for you guys? I guess throughout this year. Obviously, mine because like it was great, but there's been a lot of other stuff happening.
Yeah. I guess so. Oh, sorry.
I think mine's pretty easy though. It's OEL and PUBG. Like that's my two. I had a lot of fun, and then watching the boys make their way all the way to a major and topping off in the top 16. I didn't buy this for no reason. I am a big fan.
The first
Got the
event
mask?
He's got the mask.
First event in 2 years, and they placed top 14 at a major event. Tony,
Top 14 in the
Top
world.
14 in the world. They're the 14th best team in the world.
I think that's
So,
big. That's huge.
it's all those people out there who said O's is dog shit. Fuck you guys.
I mean, there's only been 2 teams that have made it to a major. Just saying.
Yep.
So, maybe all the other orgs need to either pick up their game or, start investing into something a bit more better.
Oof. Hey, yo, are you telling them to get away from PUBG? We need fucking orgs in PUBG.
But yeah, no, that's my 2. Like, easiest.
Tony.
I've got a few. Obviously VOT, minus LCQ, because fuck Riot, we're on the map now. Acknowledge us please for next year. They have. We get VCDC qualification, which is POG. Yeah, so VOT, ALGS, the prize pool, fucking sick. Melee, we had recently actually Sock. I think J Dizzle as well went over for Smash World
more
Tour.
Sora than Sock overseas.
Yeah,
More Sora than Sock.
Yo, there was some good content out of that. Big ups to Summit. Sock not doing too bad actually. I think he beat like Axe. He beat like a few of those like top NA guys.
Absolutely dicks by Hungry Bucks though.
Yeah, he got slapped up by Hungry Bucks. No cap. But yeah, no, SWT, ALGS, VOT, CS as well, OEL as you said, Huzzy. Yeah, I want to see more of that for next year. I'll be big poke for that.
I mean, it's been nice seeing CS actually develop over this year. Personally, I think that's probably behind PUBG, obviously, for this year, because I reckon it's been a very, very long time since I've seen the Nose team actually be
contending,
rather dominant, despite how shit the format was.
Mm.
It was the most gut-wrenching 2 months of my life, and I think the guys would probably agree with that. Alongside that as well, I just kind of want to... I think the other major thing that's happened, unfortunately, is we did discuss this, boys. I will read out the list because it is the final episode. All the brands were fucked off this year.
Moment of silence. They deserve it, Tony.
Alright.
Fuck them.
So if we're going through the list of the ones who are relevant, skipping Skyfire because
they're not relevant, Joe, so why would you mention them?
Fuck those guys.
Yep, so there was Sirens in there, that one scam org. It's been a good time since they've been gone. Darkside had actually disbanded this year and ended their operations, which is very unfortunate for the FGC scene, as we established.
Didn't realize they were an org.
Proximity.
Who?
Yep. Those guys.
Venture ESP, so the B tier venture. Unfortunately, it wasn't the original one.
Rip the boat.
Bandits disappeared and then came back with a pretty semi-decent Rocket League team, so good for them for revamping that. Avant, unfortunately, going to Direwolves. I say unfortunately because no one's been happy with it.
Direwolves, lol.
There was also Forbidden in there as well, who went to Overt as a merger.
Oh yeah, the filthy match fixers.
That was last year. That was 2019.
Sorry.
That was 2020.
Still in the back of my mind.
There was also Skyfire again for the second time when they merged into Overt as well.
Just let it die.
Unfortunately, Bazaar and PC4 left us this year as well.
Yeah, Rip Bazaar.
Good merch, good people. PC4 didn't do anything for a year because who knows. Frag Empire, the elite Oceanic team.
We love those guys.
Followed by Legacy, who has been taken over by Kanga. So, Dark-Sided Avant and Legacy.
Yeah. Fall of some greats there, and fall of some absolute horrors as well. And Tony got some lights. Oh, that's a really good timing. It's a really good timing.
So they just flicked on.
So obviously,
was the lights of other orgs.
The light they wish they could be.
The real shining light.
So yeah, it's sad to see some of those those big time names do disappear and go into the history books, but it's also great to see those other scammers and whatnot, and the scene getting a lot smarter as well. I'm glad people are starting to become a lot more educated. Definitely, keeps me busy. That's for sure.
I'm excited for next year. DreamHack Melbourne, I'm very keen for.
Woo. HCS. We get a
Yeah,
HCS
we do.
event.
Yeah, we should be
and
doing
we also
Hacker
got
as well.
OEDL starting up early next year as well. So there's some Dodo guaranteed for the whole
Ooh.
year as well. We have the contract for a whole year, which is SEA, China, and
Let's fucking
OCE
go.
as well. So I'd love to see some fucking Stoda players get in there. And then, you know, there's some talks for other games later down the track as well. So
Any Valorant?
I'm just happy the land circuit's back next year, honestly. I don't, God help us if, like, IEM got cancelled this year, which was just an absolute bummer. Same with PAX. Like, next year, DreamHack Melbourne needs to pull through, you know? Like, it has to happen.
Yeah.
It needs to happen.
Which I think would, like, they've already got a boatload of cases, like, like, you know.
I don't think
it's
next
not
year's
looking
going to
good.
be much different from this year. That's me being optimistic too.
See how we go. Listen, I wanna be optimistic, but COVID's COVID. But yeah, 2022 is going to be a lot better for us as a whole. Again, we are the better region. I'm just saying that now.
Yeah. Top,
I mean,
top
we
14 of
do
the PUBG event.
produce,
Let's go,
you
boys.
know, quite a lot of tier 1 players just casually. Like compared to, like, you know, NA and whatnot, if you're looking at the player base percentage, we have a high percentage of producing tier 1 players. Yeah,
Top talent.
which is awesome.
We have pristine athletes here.
Wait, can we talk about League for a second? Speaking of top talent, we have at least 4 out of the, like, however many teams are in the LCS for next year.
Mm-hmm.
They have an O's player on them. Let's fucking go. One of them even has 2, I believe. Let's fucking go, boys. Up the league players.
It's great to see, and definitely looking forward to next year. Yeah. I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
Brain's going.
Great.
My brain's going. Help.
I guess we're gonna leave it at that, guys. You know, we're not very good at closing things out, as you could tell. But it's been a very good night. Well, a very good evening for us recording this, and it's also been a very good year overall. I guess with the podcast as well. Of course, this is like episode 19, I think, that we've had overall between the 2 seasons. So, again, we do appreciate everybody coming on board. Maybe next year we're going to switch things up, change some things, maybe change what we're going to be discussing.
Yo, I'll be on that couch next year,
You reckon?
hopefully. I'm calling it. One episode
It's
at
not
least.
hard to get from New
I'm on
South
that
Wales
couch.
to here at
That's
the moment.
cap.
You know, we've got our restrictions changing at the end of this month.
Talk to my brother about that. But yeah.
Anyway, we're going to knock off. Make sure everyone has a good Christmas, all right? Have a good Christmas. And on top of that as well, have a good New Year. Have a good New Year. Stay safe.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah if you don't celebrate.
Happy get drunk
No,
for the next 6
like-
days.
Drink
Let's get fucked
drink
up.
responsibly. That's another thing as well, especially on New Year's Eve. You don't know.
I've
who's
got
out
a
there and what
fridge
they're
full
gonna
of
do,
soju
so
and I'm ready to
Stay
go.
safe.
My
He's
guy.
prepared. But anyway, this has been Bring the Heat, episode number 9 of season number 2. We hope you've enjoyed. We'll see you guys in 2022.